Most days are usually kind of subdued and quiet, but today was everything I could have hoped for in the bonus stream. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Let me say thank you to some people. We had a whole bunch of resubs today. Um, Starting out with Brandon MUC05. Thank you so much for the 10-month resub. Really appreciate that. Slarty Bart came in with a double Twitch baby 18-month resub. Thank you so much, Slarty. We got a raid from Arch NDA and
Whoa, hello. Is someone trying for special treatment? I I hate coming in on the end of a conversation. Um, Widow what? Yeah, I guess I should scroll up to the top and just start over. Can you hear me? Am I actually live? I think I'm live. Um, it's it's been a very strange day. Um, yeah. Cool your jets. This is not the Butter Club, all right? This is this is the aspires to be margarine club. Fine. Oh yeah. Uh, I normally do a hi Sky Command. Good to see you. I mean, it's good to be seen by you, I guess. I'm sorry I couldn't see you last night. I saw your, or was no, it was this morning. I think I saw a notification that you were doing your workout, streaming your workout. Oh, if I had been awake, I definitely would have come and watched that. Oh, as I'm sure you know, soft flattery will get you everywhere. Jumperman 82nd, hey, welcome in. Good to see you as well. And Mustix, welcome. Soundtrack 78. I know you know how delighted I am to see you. And oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting a raid from Sim Caesar. And I put the music was on, so I didn't have alerts going, but I think, hey. Sim Caesar, thank you for the raid and welcome to you and your viewers. And let's see, the music being over, I think that means I can turn on the other, the bot that I don't turn on now until after I don't know. Sim Caesar, say something in chat. Sim. So soundtrack 78, thank you for being here. And there's your lovely welcome sound. And I would have thought that it would pick up Sim Caesar's. There we go. So welcome on in, everybody. I think that may be the end of the no. Ah, um, welcome on in, everybody. I think that may be the end of the backed up sound alerts that because I put them on hold so they don't interrupt the overture music while that's playing. But some of those were not delayed. Those were Sky Command, thank you so much for the 100 bits, and Jumperman, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Those were not on delay. They just got in line behind all of the other ones. So Sim Caesar gifting a tier 1 sub to Sky Command. Thank you so much, Sim Caesar. Sky Command, delighted to have you among my subscribers. And what else did I missed? A bunch of other stuff. Sim Caesar rating, of course. No, I guess I didn't miss anything after or prior to or during that. I'm now completely disoriented. It's like the tornado scene in The Wizard of Oz. I am. Where are we and what are we doing? Hey, Airbus 737. Hi, welcome on in. Cold Nebo, good to see you. Gosh, I probably missed saying hi to some other folks. Oh, like Shadow Wolf and Passenger in Command. Great to have you here as well. And Sim Caesar, congratulations on an entire stream with 0 frame drops. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see if that weird not quite choppiness thing continues and what the source of it might be. That was very strange. Anytime I have any kind of problem in the sim, I blame it on photogrammetry because I'm still not entirely clear on what the advantages of what's the plus side on photogrammetry. I mean, I guess I've seen some things that maybe look a little better with it on than they do with it off. But mostly what I see when it's on is weird obelisks. So to me, the visual is a downside. Plus, it destroys the performance of the sim. So I turned it off. Sky Command. Oh, thank you so much, gifting a sub to Airbus 737. That's just super. Pardon me while I struggle to reach around the back of my neck here to where the volume control for my earbud is, because I think the levels are where they need to be for you lovely fine people. And for some reason, I'm in my earbud, the overture music is wicked loud, and then so I have to turn it down for that, and then everything else is too low for me to hear. So Mustix and Jumperman, I know I said hi when you came in, but I just making sure I'm not missing anybody over here. So again, thanks for coming. It's going to be an interesting stream today, because we're in the same boat today. Like you, I have no idea what's going to happen. Okay. Well, maybe I have a couple of ideas. Wicked loud. Oh, wicked loud. Yes. No, I was afraid you were saying that it was that it that you were hearing it at a level that was wicked loud. No, so I'm glad it's not that. And Mustix, I had no idea that you stream. You stream? I need to click on your name and click follow if that's the case. I had no idea. How did I not know that? Oh, right, in the mod panel it doesn't have that lovely feature. Oh, but I bet I can do it up here. Yes, cool. All right, the shout out command thing let me do it. Oh, it's so, yeah, no, the way that shout out command works. So I saw, even in the mod panel instead of the regular view, I saw a banner for you because I was not following you. But anybody who is already following you, it doesn't show the banner up there because they're already following you. So they don't need the banner to give them the button to click on to start following. So I had to for the user. Okay. I don't know what that means, but I'm not now. So now I can't see what's going on over here because I clicked that. Sunjammer, hey, welcome on in. Good to see you. Happy to have you here. And no data was returned. That's weird. Okay. Stupid Twitch. I'll agree with you then. Okay. So here's the thing. As most of you already know, we're the plan for at least the first few months of this relatively new channel here on Twitch, the Peter Mooney channel, is to do the Boston VATSIM Center, the VATSIM Boston Center's Wings Over New England program, a series of 30 challenge flights. And hey, Tom, welcome. Good to see you. We have the 30 challenge flights are 6 VFR and then 24 IFR. We have successfully completed and gotten a passing grade on the 6 VFR flights and the first 2 of the 24 IFR flights. So the next challenge is BVA Wings IFR number 3. And in order to, okay, sorry, give me one sec. For some reason, okay. My screen was, my chat screen was doing something really weird, but it's fine now. In order to fly any of these challenge flights and be given a passing or failing grade, there has to be somebody controlling on VATSIM in Boston Center, and at the moment there's not. And so at any point during the stream, Boston Center could come online on VATSIM, and if they do at that point, we have the option of actually attempting IFR flight number 3. However, I have a plan to get us through to that point, and or if nobody comes online at all, just to carry us through what we're going to do on the stream today. Hypertext Hero, welcome on in. Good to see you. And that plan is to IFR. So I guess also background for anybody who's not familiar and hasn't been coming. In real life, I got my private pilot single engine land about 20 years ago. Flew recreationally for about 5 years. Then finances changed, and I haven't flown since. Um, and during those 5 years when I was flying for fun, I constantly or consistently told myself, I'm going to start my instrument training soon. And then, of course, that soon never came to pass. So I never did any instrument training in real life. And so then when I got the sim a year ago, I thought, okay, well, now's the chance. You're in the comfort of your own home and there's no physical danger. This is the perfect opportunity to start learning instrument. And I'll start doing that soon. And just like in real life 15 years before, soon never happened. So I kind of, one of the reasons for starting the channel and was having a schedule of every Tuesday and Thursday was to just box myself in so that I have no choice. And again, and doing the Wings program and having a schedule and streaming was to box myself in so that, hey, Cold Nebo. I think so. I think you should go, the BVA website has a place to sign up to be a controller. I would bet that they would just, what's that word where they like grandfather somebody, and that's not it, but I'm sure based on that they would just put you right on Boston Center without any questions. Hey, Ian Fisher, welcome on in. Gosh, so many amazing folks here in chat and here for the stream. So I think where I was going with that is I know nothing about instrument flying, or at least that's where I started a couple months ago, and I'm learning not nearly as quickly as I would like. I mentioned 2 days ago on our Tuesday stream here that I have noticed that at age 60, I do not learn quite as quickly or efficiently or effectively as I learned when I was in my 20s or 30s or 40s or even 50s. So I'll struggle to figure something out, finally grasp the concept, practice it a few times, come back the next day, and I kind of remember part of what I figured out, but I have to backtrack to finish to redo some of the figuring out, and then from there, yeah. So at any rate, I didn't say I don't know nothing now. I just said I've only really kind of started learning a couple months ago, and it's been a gradual process. In the first, so the IFR flight number 1, the objective was to fly an ILS approach, and I did that successfully. Yeah, exactly, Tom. That's, I think Tom. Yes, Tom, that takes me back to something that you said near the end of Sim Caesar's stream about, now I don't remember exactly what it was, but you know what I'm referring to. One of not one of the higher functions, one of the lower functions. Right. So IFR number 1 was just take off from Boston, fly out a little ways, turn around, come back, and fly an ILS approach. So we did that. A lot of luck played into that. Passed it with no problem. Because over the course of these first 8 flights, quite a few of them have involved landing at Boston, and that airport just, whew. I guess because there are 1, 2, which makes 3, but that one doesn't. 3, so then 4, 5, and then 6. There's 7 different directions from which you can approach Boston. And much as I practiced, I just, I would be, at the point where I was, of course, talking to, approach, because I was inside the Bravo, and they would, tell me to, enter a left downwind for this runway or a right base for that runway, and every single time it was just like every synapse in my brain just shut down. And so at any rate, so IFR one was easy, just do an ILS approach. IFR 2, oh, something's happening. What's happening? Hey, Addimu1, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. That's absolutely great. IFR number 2 was not really any. I guess I think they try to add a new element and a new, so like some education, some learning, and some new challenge to each of these 24 IFR flights. So with IFR 2, it was fly a tech route, and so it was like the shortest, easiest tech route there could be, just Boston to Providence. It's 40 miles. It's the only element in the tech route is the Providence VOR, but so you have to track the radial to the Providence VOR, and then follow whatever vectors and instructions they give you along the way for that. So we did that one just fine too. So IFR number 3, the element that it's also just a tech route, but it's Providence to Martha's Vineyard. But it's you depart Providence. So the tech route is the first waypoint on the tech route is the Providence VOR, which is where you're leaving from, and then the second element is an intersection called Tutor, Tutor, which is defined as either the 115 radial from Providence at a DME of 20 some miles, or it's also the intersection of the Providence 115 radial and the Martha's Vineyard 330 radial. So the added or new element in this IFR number 3 flight is, we're tracking a radial, which we did once before, but then also identifying an intersection and making a turn onto a new radial from a different VOR. And so, yes. Hey, Iowa Scotsman, welcome on in. Good to see you. So that's the IFR number 3 flight. And so what I thought we would do today, and pending, and again, if somebody comes on, so I'm streaming every Tuesday and Thursday afternoon, and on Tuesdays, I got hooked up with and paired up with a Boston Center controller, who goes by the name of Crafty Aviation and streams on Twitch. And he normally only streamed on Twitch when there was like a Boston VATSIM event going on, but he's now streaming every Tuesday at the same time that I do. And so you can actually, for these Wings flights, if you're interested, and I certainly am as a viewer, you can have my stream in one tab and Crafty's stream in another tab, and kind of flip back and forth to see the flight from both perspectives, from the controller on their scope and from the pilot in the cockpit. To me, that's kind of interesting TV. But Crafty's not available on Thursdays. So every Tuesday, we have as close to guaranteed coverage as you can get. And then on Thursdays, it just depends on whether or not any of the dozens and dozens of controllers in the Boston VATSIM group happen to decide to pop on and control center while we're streaming. So if they do, and if I feel like I'm ready, we may try this IFR number 3 flight today. But there's plenty to do in the meantime, namely figuring out VOR navigation in the Mooney. Pardon me one moment. Oh, sorry about that. Or Pilot Edge, or what Pilot Edge, Colnemo? Oh yes. So I have been figuring out in the Mooney what switches I have to flip which way to get, and like which of those dials is the OBS and which is the HSI, and what is the difference between a CDI and an HSI. If I knew any of this 20 years ago, it's long since been. Do I use Pilot Edge? No. I am looking forward to a time, hopefully not too far in the future, where I will be able to afford Pilot Edge. And so kind of my loose long-term plan is do these 30 Boston VATSIM flights, And then at that point, probably, sign up for Pilot Edge and do the cat ratings and then the I ratings. And by then, maybe I will, be a better pilot than I am today. I would think it would have to be. Good fixins. Hey, good to see you. Welcome in. So what I'm thinking for today, and until or unless somebody signs on to Boston Center, was just kind of get in the Mooney and get it cranked up and get up in the air, and do a lot of not real flying cheaty kind of things like live pause while I kind of sit and fiddle with the radios and the instruments to see if I Cold Nebo. Oh my gosh, not only subscribing but using your Prime sub here. That is very touching, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's really great. That's just delightful. Thanks. Like I said, I will feel better attempting this IFR number 3 if I have actually successfully intercepted a radial and turned to it in the sim, which I have tried a few times and not quite gotten the hang of it. So that's my thoughts for at least the beginning part of the stream today. Is, like I said, just get in the Mooney, get up in the air, and point ourselves generally in the direction we want to go. I may even slew to get us there. So you may have to turn off your monitor or avert your eyes, or at least remove the children from the room before I do anything as heinous as that. But so let's do that. So normally before I start the stream, oh my gosh, we got somebody else. Iowa Scotsman, whoa, for 3 months, joining the exclusive club of 3-month subscribers to the Peter Mooney channel. I appreciate that a great deal as well. Thank you. Thank you so much. So ordinarily I set up a nice pretty scene with the airplane and a tower in the background or something in the background, kind of like that. But I was looking for a place here at Providence Theodore Francis Green State Airport, trying to find where's the best place to, because I figured there 2-3 is in use today. So I thought, we'll go over here, and I saw, oh, well, that's the most convenient to, the runway we'll almost certainly be using. But Spot 65, that got me thinking, what are the other ones around here? And I had to kind of poke around a little while to find it. A little poking around here and there is rarely a bad thing, but I think is it here? Yes, here it is. So we do have ramp 69 parking right here. So that's where we will start. And just go ahead and get ourselves into the airplane. Spot 65, yes. So get the dog off the counter. Kill Dead Red is here. Hey, Kill Dead Red, Ted. And 69 bits on top of being here. That is so sweet. Oh, and Kill Dead Red Ted, I promised myself that I would get a hug command implemented, and I really thought I was going to be able to get to it today. In time for today, and I just didn't. Oh dear, what's going on here? We've got stuff that's not set up to. Oh dear. I'm still getting the hang of the new my new Alpha and Bravo and what I need to do before loading into the sim. But a hug command would be legal as well, and we just don't have it. Soundtrack, you'll be pleased to know that I did. Let's see, kill. So if I do type in the chat, we no longer get. I had a welcome sound that I had set up as a test, and that was playing every time I typed something in chat. So that's gone. That one can come off the list. But Cold Nebo 65 bits for that new hotspot, Spot 65. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. but yeah, we'll get a hug command going. It's the challenge with the hug. So it's like I'm learning all these new IFR flying kind of things, and then I'm also like learning all these new streaming things at the same time. And the hug command is where I will get to learn variables, and so I understand the concept, but like how to actually set them up in Stream Elements is the next bridge for me to cross. So. Yeah, oh my gosh. Oh, killed it, Red Ted 31. Thank you for an even 100 bits. I appreciate it so much. So let me just take a quick look here at what we got going on with the Alpha and Bravo. And again, sorry that for those who enjoyed the over there in the other corner cam 2 that was showing the Alpha and Bravo controls. It will be back. It's currently on duty in another Scotty Bob. Hey. Hey, Scotty Bob. Welcome, welcome on in. So good to see you. And Sweetness is here, but just popping in. Thank you for popping in and saying happy stream. I hope you have a happy day, Sweetness. You're looking fabulous as always. And Planet Neutral is here. Hey, wow, gosh, all the cool kids are dropping in. I mean, most of the cool kids were here when we started, and then Sim Caesar brought in a whole nother truckload of the cool kids. And those few cool kids who were not here after that seem to be coming on in now. Wow. Gosh, oh, Tyro is here as well. My goodness. If there's anybody who's not here who should be, I can't think who that would be because it looks like everybody's here. So gosh, let me. So I'll try to only pay some attention to that and see if we can get the old plane going here. So I think let's see. I did. Let's see. I got in the background. I got to get the TDS GTN XI 750 going because it's not launching automatically with the sim. Still working on that or waiting to hear back from them on that. So that's cranking up. So that means, oh yeah, I still have to finish what's on my, oh my goodness, 41 bits. Oh my. Oh, because it's, wait, did I miss Will's? I missed Will's chanting. I missed Will's chanting 41 bits. I missed Will's champing at the bit. No, it's something like that. Wills, thank you for cheering 41 bits, and Soundtrack, thank you for the 41 bits as well. Is it Groundhog Day? Really? It's beginning of February? I didn't realize it was that early, but obviously it is. Now Spundot's here. Spundot, were you? Oh my gosh. Fly Money 242, welcome on in. Good to have you here. Thanks. Spundot, were your ears burning? Because not 2 minutes before you walked in, I was just saying that if all the cool kids were here, and if there were any cool kids who are not here but should be, so I wonder if maybe if your ears were burning and that brought you in. And 100 bits from Tyragoth. Wow, this is just amazing. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Special screening of Soundtrack 78. A special screening of Groundhog Day. So I appreciated your message the other day giving me a heads up that you might have to leave early today because of a special event. May I assume that these two are one in the same? Okay. Oh, Spundot. I thought you were the okay, Soundtrack. That's fine. I was just kidding. Spundot, I thought you were the chairperson of the Cool Kids Committee. No? CKC? I don't know. Fly Money 242. Oh, lurking and working. Got it. Well, you're absolutely well. We love our lurkers here in the Peter Mooney channel. So happy to have you here. Let me see if I can get this plane going and get ourselves up in the air. Oh, before I do, I see some other folks on the ramp. Do I have name tags on or off? Let's see. I don't know. How do I go over to I've changed a lot of my buttons around. I'm betting I got name tags. Okay, yeah. So there's name tags on. So then that person over there, nope. So that's a static. That's fine. Okay. I just wanted to check. Because often Dragon will be parked nearby, and that's always comforting. So, oh, Spundot, thank you so much. Yes, I've made it to age 60, living primarily off my charm. So I'm glad to know it hasn't flagged. Or well, actually, you should have seen me in my 20s, but. You think this is charming? You should have seen me in my 20s. Um, oh, there we go. Okay, good. So we did get a route and oh, hey, yeah, Kill That Red. Yeah, love the more the merrier. Would love to have you flying along with us. Okay, so having not done my pre-start setup thing that I usually do, we don't have. I sure would like to know what. Oh, what have I done now? Oh no, oh Lord. This window just mystifies me in terms of its behavior and what it does and doesn't display. Oh, because now it's so we got to go back. No, because that pops it back into a. Oh no! Now I'm completely. Okay, well, so now I no longer have a weight and balance window. I've done it now. Have I put it somewhere that I can get over to it? No. Okay, well, we won't. It was 50% full. I'm sure it was fine. I think what I was trying to say was that normally in my before I start the stream, I get the plane set up for a pretty picture, and today I didn't because I wanted to do the fun thing with the parking spot 69 that we're parked in. But then that also means I got to go back and do the other things that I normally do before you get to see what's going on behind the scenes. So, this. I'm also learning, getting some new. Oh dear Lord. Some new camera options going here. Oh gosh, there's a lot going on in the chat that I'm now. Oh, good. Yep, that's good. Nice with this. Okay, very good. All right. So yes, good. So that's now in the panel where it belongs. Oh, I haven't gotten rid of the yokes, so you can see my my. Wait, where? Oh, these are. Look, Ma, no hands. Okay. And let's get rid of these yokes. And I think at that point we can then go out here and start our before start checklist, which starts with flight controls free and correct. And they are. That's good. Trim set for takeoff. That could come up just a little bit. I like it kind of right up on that corner there. So trim. Flaps up. Oh, I think that might be one of our. Yes, that's one of our new views. So we have flaps up. Speed brakes retracted. They are. Parking brake on. There's a view where we get that. Is it? No, that's up there. I discovered. Here we go. I can see the parking brake from there, can't I? Yep. Okay. There we go. I discovered that some of my custom views that I had set up for the Warrior and then kind of recreated them in the Mooney. I discovered that in the Mooney there are actually stock views that are essentially identical, and so I was wasting custom views that could be put to much better use elsewhere. Hey, oh my gosh, there's even more stuff going on now. Let's see. The speed. So the speed brake switch. That is an awesomely excellent question. Hi, Gumbo. Welcome on in. Good to have you here. And for me, it's bound to an axis on one of my joysticks. But it's got to be here. I've never looked for it on the panel because I haven't needed to. You would think it would be kind of somewhere over in this area, wouldn't you? I can't believe that's all air except for the parking brake flaps. Probably by now somebody is telling me in the chat, and I'm not looking over there. So, no, nobody has said yet. Where would that be? There's some stuff. Let's see. If we zoom all the way out, that's oxygen over there. There's some stuff down here, but they wouldn't put speed brake control over here. That would be crazy. No, that's just switches and a dial to indicate what's going on with the oxygen. Oh, come on. It's all breakers up there. Wait, oh, good fixins. Good thing Rob loves you. Oh, you know what? I have not looked. It would make sense to put it maybe kind of somewhere down here. There's trim. Ooh, what's that? Wait, no. Push to release. Push to release what? Let's see. I've never, if this isn't even modeled as something you can move. Yep, you can, whoa, move the trim wheel there. Okay, so it's not there, nor is it back here on the floor of the cabin. Oh, there we're out the roof. Huh. Where indeed? What is this over here? Fuel drain. I did not know we have this. And of course, it's not modeled. But I didn't know you could dump fuel in the Mooney. That's awesome. Well, that would be pretty odd putting it on the yoke, but there is stuff that's on the yoke. You're absolutely right. Trim, speed brake. It's right there on the yoke. Huh. Did not know that. What's CWS? So apparently that's your speed brake. Let's see. Is it? Well, I don't know. Do you have to hold it? Oh, or is this the... Huh. I don't know. Well, oh, control wheel steering. That's you've got to be right about what else could CWS be, but I had no idea that the M20R or P had control wheel steering. That would be wild. Ooh. Huh. There's a light control I didn't know was here. Well, I can explore the we can explore the yoke another time. We're here to get up in the air and play with fiddle with radios and VOR instruments and see what's up with them. Oh, come on. There we go. But Swiss Tony, hey, welcome on in. And Gumbo, it's good to meet you. Welcome into you as well. All righty. What were we? I think we were doing before starts, weren't we? Yeah, parking brake on. I think that's as far as we got. Fuel selector, it's fine. As long as it's not off, it's fine. Is that, that's down here. Yep, left is fine. We don't care. Because that's not what I wanted. There we go. fuel selector. Okay. So then, throttle. What? Throttle close, prop, forward, mixture, idle, cutoff. Our altimeter is set. We'll hit the B just to be sure, but it is. Master alternator and avionics master off. Switches off. Breakers not modeled by Carnata. Gear is down. Great. So we can go on to engine start. Yay. We're only 45 minutes in, and we're almost ready to start the engine. Coupe XA. Gumbo. Yes, yeah, boy. I mean, you can watch me fumble around and mess things up. I spent my first year, so I've had MSFS for about a year and a half, and I spent up until a couple months ago, when I actually got serious about learning instrument flying and started streaming. So like the first 14 months that I had the simulator, I was a gamer, not a simulator. I loved flying all the different airplanes because I would just control E to start them, hop out to exterior view above and behind the plane and watch the pretty scenery and do enough control inputs to, not crash the thing. And then, from that point of view, it's also, relatively easy to land compared to inside where your view's limited. So, yes, Soundtrack Soundtrack loves this panel, and I like it a lot too. But yeah, so it's you caught me by surprise, looking for the speed brakes, because I thought I had reached the point where I knew where everything was in this airplane, and so now I know where everything. Oh, no, obviously not, because there's control wheel steering I didn't know about. But engine start checklist: throttle full open, mixture rich, master on, alternator on, master caution off. Gumbo, what what peripherals do you use? You have a yoke or or do you use a stick, and do you have a throttle quadrant, and what's your setup like that? Master caution off. Annunciators test. Look at that pretty annunciator panel. Beacon on. Let's go up and look at. Oh, I left them all on last time. Did I leave the bracket on? No, that was already off. So let's see. Those should all have been off from before, but I was a horrible pilot and shut down without doing the shutdown checklist. So we're beacon on. There we are, and then it's fuel pump on, and throttle back to idle. Hello? Why are you beeping at me? Oh, because I really didn't do the. Oh my gosh. Gumbo following. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the follow. That follow is good. Right. So, like I think I mentioned, I exited the sim because it was time to start the stream, and I needed to restart the sim before launching the stream. So nothing was where it would have been had I done the shutdown checklist, including on the Bravo throttle quadrant, the gear switch was in the up position, which plane really does not like that. So beacon on, fuel pump on, throttle idle, check that we're clear outside, clear prop, and then we can start her up. It roars right to life. I love that. Okay, so then after starts, throttle 800-ish. It's around 800. It's close enough to 800-ish. And then, oil pressure in the green. Lovely. Volt ammeter positive charge. Yes, we are charging the battery. That's good. Suction, we've got 4.3 inches of vacuum pressure providing suction, and with adequate suction, our instrument has become erect. Then let's see, fuel pump can come off, and engine instruments, they're all where we would expect them to be at low idle. And yeah, then what's now fuel flow? Yeah, right, something around a gallon when we're just idling on the ramp. That looks right. Avionics master can come on. We should see Garmin loading right up. Yes. Oh, if you are a user of the TDS Garmin GTNX i750, as I happily am because I love it, it got an update last night or this morning. It's now 1.0.2.3, so if you're a user, you're going to want to update your GTN 750. Let's see, what is coming? That's it for the after start checklist. So the before taxi checklist is next. I can clear this license message. I'm just going to go ahead and pop in my flight plan here. So we're starting there. Our first waypoint is the Providence VOR, PVD. Then we're going to that intersection called Tudor that I mentioned. Tutor. Oh, it's actually, I think I typed the T. It probably filled it in after the T, didn't it? It did. I love the GTN XI750. It's so smart. It knows where I want to go before I do. Tudor intersection, and then from there it is it's right from there to Martha's Vineyards. Okay, MVY. And yeah, that's our route. So here's the thing I couldn't figure out today. I don't suppose there's much chance that Sim Caesar is still in the chat because he has important things to do in between his morning stream and his evening stream. But Sim Caesar, are you here? Sim, are you here? Are you here, Sim Caesar? I can't resist. Just on the tiny chance that he's left a tab open and my voice is booming out into his office, I can't resist the chance. The thing that I know I can do because I've done it before, but now I can't figure out how to do is I know you can put an airway in here and select you first you pick the airway, and then it gives you a list of all the intersections along the airway, and you select which intersection you're going to join the airway at, and then which intersection you're going to leave the airway at, and whether or not you're going to leave the airway before or after the preposition. And I can't figure out how to do that now. But at any rate, this route will get us there. If we go look at the map, this is indeed the route we're taking. So this from Providence to the Tudor intersection, it's Victor 167. So I guess it's that little V 268's confusing, but I guess this is 268 going that way. But so anyway, this is Victor 167 that we want to fly along, and then it's the 330 radial off the Martha's Vineyard VOR. So that's a plan in there. And as long as we're here in the radio region, we might as well tune some. Hey, Captain Timothy, click on the waypoint. Oh, if I click on the waypoint, it'll bring up the wait. And that's in the map or in the plan, I would think. So the waypoint. If I click on this one, I got hold at waypoint, insert before activate leg. Well, I thought I tried a long track. No, that's for like defining a point along the. Oh, would you be talking about this button here where it says load airway? I swear to God, if it had been a snake, no, what? So wait, let me go back. Maybe I was looking at this one instead of no. It's right there as well. What if maybe I was maybe I was up here? Yeah, this is the button selection I was looking at. So I must have had one of the airports highlighted, not one of the waypoints. Thank you, Captain Timothy. Most helpful. And Also, thank you for calling me out on Tuesday on my V speeds, because I sure as heck didn't know any of them, or even have a clue, or even so much as a single thought in my pretty little head about them. And now I've actually implemented them into my checklist. My checklist is like really long and skinny, so it kind of like sits off to the right of the simulator, and so like at the at like my descent. Oh no, I didn't mean it's but my descent checklist. Oh, stop! There we go. Like my descent checklist. Now, just before my descent checklist, there's a little excerpt from the V-speed table where it's just to remind me that for example, the max speed for extending the gear is 140. Once they're out and once the gear's down and locked, I can go as fast as 165, but I should not have them lowering above 140. And max flap extended. I found max flap extended of 110. I have not yet found anywhere that tells me what the it seems like a lot of planes, there's two speeds related to the flaps. One is a speed you have to be below to operate them, but then there's also like a max speed at either with them extended or maybe even like at various degrees of extension. The only flap speed I could have found so far for the Mooney is not to exceed 110 with them extended. So, but at any rate, my speeds are now in a handy place when I need to pay attention, and they're there to remind me that I need to pay attention to them. Okay, let's get back to where we were. So yes, so where we were, and again, the main purpose of today's stream is learning how to. Hey, here we go, Victor 167, and we're entering it. It must be at Providence, I would think. No. Oh, this is select exit, and exit is at Tutor. I assumed we had to. No, okay. So Tutor is where we're exiting, and then, oh yeah. So entry at PVD, exit at Tutor, load, and so then, right. So I mean, I already had Tutor in there, but now. I like to be, so to me, this is the proper way to have this in here, is that, it includes what we're actually doing. So, I mean, even though I think in effect, the result would have been the same. Yeah, so I doubt that, hey, and look at that. Now it has labeled that for us because we've told it that's what we're doing. Okay, so cool. And I should mention, all of this is merely for additional visual reference, because for the purpose of today's preparation for next Tuesday's attempt at Boston Wings IFR number 3, we're going to be navigating by VOR. And I know even less about using this guy here and this guy here than I do. So I know the GPS a little bit, and these two over here terrify me because they're mostly a mystery. I've been learning the last week or so. I'm getting better. I'm starting to understand some things. I think I actually, because sometime last year I went through a period of fascination with NDB approaches, I think I actually know more about how to use this one than I do these two. But we'll see. I'm pretty sure I've got it sorted out in my head, and that I'm not too far wrong in saying that this one, at least the way everything is set, is coupled to nav1, and this one's coupled to nav2. Pretty sure, unless I inadvertently throw some switch I don't know what it does, that's something I can rely on. And I know I set my frequency for nav1 up here, and my frequency for nav2 down here. So far we're good with those. And we're going to go ahead and do that now. So the first thing we're going to need is the Providence. VOR, and that is 1156. 1156. So we might as well put it in here. And then on standby, we want the Martha's Vineyard VOR, and that's 1145. So let's put, we'll just enter with that so that it doesn't, so that that's in standby. Okay, that's good. And then down here, I think we want the same two because they're the only two we're using today, but I think that so this intersection here, tutor, as I believe I mentioned before, can be defined in either of two ways. One way of defining the tutor intersection is that it is X number of nautical miles along the Victor 167 airway. If memory serves, it's 22, but it's on the chart. We can look it up. But that's the one way you know you're at tutor, is that if you're on Victor 177 and your DME gets to that number of miles, you're at tutor, and you could make your turn there. But it's also defined as being the intersection of Victor 167 follows the Providence VOR's 115 radial, and then this depicted here is the Martha's Vineyard VOR 330 radial, and so it's where those two radials cross is this intersection. So I think that what I want to try when I'm flying this is, I think I want to have this 115 radial over here in this guy for tracking outbound from the station on that. But then I think I want to put the Martha's Vineyard 330 in here, because then I think that what will happen is that as I start to get close to the intersection, I think the needle will start to center off of this Martha's Vineyard one, and then when both needles are centered, that's when I know I'm there. And, well, time to make my turn will probably have started shortly before this one centers, so that I can roll out with this one centered. And then at that point, I can swap it. I could swap the Martha's Vineyard frequency over here into VOR1. And at any rate, that's as far as I've thought this through. So we'll get these two tuned in down here. And let's see, let's make this one 1145. Hello. Because these are a lot easier to tune on the ground. And then Providence 1156. I don't think I even need Providence. I don't think there's any point at which I'm really going to need to have Providence in VOR2, NAV2 there, but it's going to be tuned into something, so it might as well be tuned into something useful. Okay, there we go. So that's Martha's Vineyard here and Providence there. And so then I think, well, let's start with this one, because I'm pretty sure that I know that my course is going to be 115. And so I think the way that works is, oh, hello, what did I see, wrong. Hey, ha ha ha. I just got this bound earlier today. I had been struggling with this little guy down here, and I had an available button on the Alpha that I thought would be ideal for this, and boy is it. And it took me a while to find it, find the settings so I could bind it. None of this is easy. So that's 90, 100, wait, 90, 100, 110, 115, yes. So that's the course we're going to fly. So I'm pretty sure the way this works. And then, so heading, we're going to be taking off runway 23. So I think I'm going to want that bugged up just in case we get a fly runway heading instruction from tower. So I think that's NAV1 set up where we want it before we get rolling. Now on NAV2 and this OBS, I think it works the same way that I want to put the course that I'm going to fly in here. And that's, now it's the 330 radial, but we're not flying northwest, we're flying southeast, which means I'm going to want, if I'm correct about wanting the course set this way, we're going to want 330 at the bottom because we'll be going that way. Of course, that may mean that I'm reverse sensing, which I can deal with if that's what it is, but I don't know. It's to this is all the stuff that I don't really know for sure and don't want to be figuring out while a VATSIM controller is giving me altitudes and vectors and ultimately failing me on IFR number 3. So that's why we're here. MX Records. No, this is okay. Yes, absolutely called Nemo. Okay, so that's our nav radios and GPS set up as much as I know how to get them set up. Before we go, this is the trim switch that I bumped when I thought it was my new course button, which it's not. Okay, so there's that. How much fuel have we burned? Oh, we've only burned a gallon of fuel here on the ramp in our hour of setup. It's not been an hour of setup. We've been doing other stuff. Oh, we're going to definitely want this on nav. And we want to see VLOC there. We're in terminal mode. That all looks fine. So at this point, if we were doing this on VATSIM, we would be tuning in our comm frequencies here, but we're not doing that. Hey, Kev's Sim Corner is here. Hi. Last of the screen's moving fast. Last of the coolest to come. Everyone else is late and not as cool as the rest of us. Kev, welcome on in. Good to have you here, and you're at least as cool as everybody who was already here, and obviously much, much cooler than any of the people who are not here. We don't, our GPS is going to give us DME, but we have a perfectly good DME. Should we be using it? I think if I just put this on, oh wait, isn't it not? Yeah, it's already, so I think it's coupled already to, and we're 0.4 miles from the VOR, so that's cool. And then so I'm pretty sure then when we get to Tudor and switch the Martha's Vineyard frequency into nav1, I think this will just stay coupled and we'll switch over to okay, good. I think all that's good too. Okay, I think that's, like I said, if we were going to talk to ATC, we would be setting up our comm frequencies now, calling up, getting a clearance, and then we would call back for a taxi clearance when we're ready to taxi, but because we're not talking to them yet, and as of now, there's no, let me make sure I have auto refresh on my VAT Spy. Oh, I didn't, but the fact is there's still nobody on Boston Center, but now that auto refresh is on, it will pop up there where I can see it if somebody comes on. Hey, K, thanks. Bye is here as well. Hey. Congratulations on your good news again. K, thanks. Bye. Very, very admirable profession. You announced it publicly, so I certainly can. For those who don't know, K, thanks. Bye. K Thanks Bye has recently joined the ranks of registered nurses, which I think is one of the best and most honorable professions that there is. Oh, sorry, that was unexpected. It was something that I deep in my heart wanted to do and tried and just didn't quite cut it. I think it had to do with that aging, the decline of the learning curve with aging. I think I was into my 50s before I started nursing school, and man, it was just it was tough. So I am very, very happy for you that you passed your boards and have your license, and I hope that you enjoy every minute of it. And if you find yourself not enjoying it, that's take a break early. Burnout rate's very high in that profession. And I swear the way to deal with it is to catch it early and figure out some way to just take a vacation and back off and then come back when you're ready again. Okay, enough about me. I've said enough about me. What do you think about me now? Let's go flying. And again, this is so sorry if you came to watch a smooth, polished departure, climb, cruise, descend, land, flight. This is not the channel for you today. I promise we'll do that next time, and it could happen later today if somebody comes online. But the plan for this flight we're about to start is take off, climb, get generally set up in cruise, and then we're probably just going to like live pause and fiddle with the radios and figure out, see if what I think is going on is what's really going on. And we may, I know quite a few of you have come in since I issued this warning earlier. I may even use the slew function to set myself up in different positions relative to the VOR to see what the radio, what the needles do. So I know how some people feel about slewing, and so if you are one of those people who need to like remove the children from the room before that happens on the screen, I'm just warning you now. Okay, so before taxi checklist, radios set and preset. We just did that. Transponder. I don't know quite how. If I turn this on altitude reporting and say enter, but I'm in terminal mode and parked, it just puts it back on standby. I don't know. Have been meaning. Maybe somebody soundtrack, take a note. No, yeah, soundtrack, keep an eye on this if you can, or anyone in the chat. I'm wondering if, having set this on here, well, no, because it's just gone back. My hope was that maybe it now knew that I want it to start altitude reporting as soon as it's done with being in terminal mode. So it might actually, I think that it actually does at some point switch itself over, because I've never had to do it again. But after takeoff, I noticed that it's in mode C and altitude reporting. So there's that. Instruments checked and all fine. Bugged runway heading already. We've set our course. So lights, camera, action, lights. Where are my? No, that's that one. There we go. So we turned the beacon on before, but we're gonna go in with landing, taxi, nav and recognition lights. Those can all come on. We'll leave the strobes off until we're actually ready to take the runway. So parking brake off. There's a satisfying click. Should let us move a little bit. Yep, that lets us move. Let's make sure the brakes will make us stop. It seems like they will. So let's go. Woohoo! Come on, we can go. Oh, sorry about that. I think it's this one right over here, isn't it? Boop. Yeah, it's over this way. Oh. Oh, pardon me. You're not keeping me up, really. I was gonna be up now anyway. That's a little closer to the edge than we need to be. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, the medicine go down, the medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps them. Okay, that's close enough to the hold short line. So let's see, what else are we going to do before we? This, we could have done a run up, but this engine's been running for 45 minutes at this point. I think it's nice and warm. No, it's I'm going to skip it for today. We'll do it for sure next time. I'm sorry if I'm disappointing anyone who was expecting a run up. So let's see. Let's get the strobes on, and any last minute checks before we. Oh yeah, I think there's a. Wait a minute. How is this not? Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, kind of last things before we take off. Just double check flaps are. We got flaps 1, trim is set, mixture rich, prop full forward, fuel pump on. Is it already on? I thought we. Oh, yeah, let's see. There we go. Okay, fuel pump on. Instruments checks and sets, switches as required. DG's set. Strobes are on. I think that's it. We're going to rotate right around 70, climb out around hopefully 95 or so, and then get the gear up before 105, and any flaps before 110. All that'll happen well before that. So, yeah, I think we're ready. As well, sorry, for some reason, not a trailer very well. Oh, that's that was that. What class was that? I want to take that class. Let's see. We're not making CTAF calls, but we're going to at least check and make sure we're not about to kill ourselves or someone else. La, 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 la. There we go. Okay, soundtrack, you ready? Let's give this a try. Here we go. Airspeed alive. 60, 65, 70 should be able to come off. Yep, there we go. And see if we can settle in around 90 for a climb. No, it really wants to. Boy, really wants to. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. All right. We are out of usable runway, so gear can come up. Flaps can come up. Ladies and gentlemen, and all gentle beings present. Oh, we had more usable runway. I thought we were out, but I see over there on the. Hey, folks, it's DeLorean. DeLorean is here. It's good to see you, DeLorean. Were you streaming? I didn't even have a chance to look ahead of time, or before I started. I didn't have a chance to look and see who else was on. If you were streaming, how did it go? Or were you working? Back tomorrow. I see. Oh, you went home sick today. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see where that might not work out too well. You go home from work sick, and then an hour and a half later, the boss happens to tune into Twitch and see you all chipper and happy and talking to some audience that's not hers. Yeah, I can see where that might not work. Okay, well, so if this were our IFR number 3 flight, Tower would have told us to do something, and at this point they would probably like clear us up to our cruise of 4,000, and in all likelihood they would vector us. If you look on the GPS over there, you can kind of see where our magenta line is for our route, and so they would probably start vectoring us around to intercept that radial. So we're going to pretend that's what they did. We'll pretend they gave us, clear to 4,000, fly, whatever this is around here. What is this? I sure wish I could see the whoops. Wish I could see the heading bug on my HSI better. And I learned. Oh, that's right. I have discovered that if I press the heading, did you see that? Here's a feature I have been wanting in MSFS for a year and a half. I wanted some way, like if this is the heading I want to fly. Oh my gosh! Oh, trauma! Like if this is the heading I want to fly, and my heading bug, is way down here, I have to like hold the button to get it around to it. And like by the time I get it all the way up at the top there to the heading I wanted to fly, I've turned, and now I have to kind of get myself back on that heading again, and it's all. But I discovered that with the Bravo quadrant, if I just, even with the autopilot not on, when I press the heading button, it pops it up there. So then I actually turn the autopilot on and heading mode, and it will hold it. That's just so sweet. Well, it'll hold it unless I am like struggling to, okay. None of this is working. There's still a few mysteries for me with regard to this. So I'm hitting live pause now. For those who, oh, my face cam, oh dear, thanks for the, the last time that I had to redo my setup, let's try it this way. I had to remount the camera last time, and it's temporary, and the temporary is not good. Okay, well, we're not going to get there that way. As long as we're live paused, ha 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 ha, we'll just... That's going to have to do for now. Chin cam. Yes, but is it chin 1 cam or chin 2 cam? Thanks. I appreciate it. Oh, fix the camera was... Oh, DeLorean, that's why you... DeLorean, I thought you were just being irritating. Now I see you were using all those irritating sounds to... Oh, and Tom, I missed seeing you say goodbye. Well, Tom, if you're still here, thanks for coming. Goodbye. Oh, chest cam. How far back does this go? Oh, 4, so 18. So at least 4 minutes. Okay, well, that's so... So, hey, Soundtrack, if you could make a quick note, task number 1 as soon as the stream ends is to redo the permanent mounting of the face cam. Nebo's here. Hey, look at that. Welcome. Happy to have you along. And you are in your 500E. What's a 500E? Should I know that? Boop. Okay. Let's see. Where were we here? Oh yeah. So where we were is it's a Bonanza. Oh, 500E. That's not the King Air, is it? Which Bonanza? No, that's Beach. Okay. None of that's here nor there. What we're here for today is to see if we can figure out what's going on. So here's this radial that we want to intercept, and we're pretending we were vectored we're pretending that ATC told us to fly a heading of 010 to intercept it, which we've been doing. And so what I would expect to see over here, is so the course, that radial, is to our left. Higgins, well, so that's, I do a decent Higgins, but I do a decent Eliza as well. I think I can't quite stand this. Hang on. Still not. Okay, well, I don't know. Now it's too high. Well, maybe not if I pull it along. Yeah, okay. Assuming it's going to continue creeping downward. Kev McQuah, hi, welcome on in. So I think what I was saying is, given this picture over here, this is what I would expect to see. And I think if I unlive pause and we keep flying in that direction, then we're going to see this needle center, at which point we will need to turn to a heading of 115. Wait, yeah, 115, yeah, which is where our course needle is set. Yeah, so that's Oh, and then, yeah, so then actually at that point we should, since we're set up for it, we should be able to switch, turn on the autopilot and switch it to nav mode, and it might actually even make this turn for us. So let's try all that. Let's try all that at once and see what we get. So I'm hesitant to come off live pause because we were in a descent and our airspeed is picked up, but let's just see what happens. So if we on alt hold and heading mode, is that going to, no. So alt hold is not working. Not in any way at all. Where's the trim? So look at this. That's just insane. It's trying to just like climb us out. This is like a lot of nose down pressure. And and it's letting me, okay, so let's try engaging this again. Alt hold, okay, now we got alt hold and heading mode. And if we switch to nav mode, oh, look at that, it's making the turn. So I bet if we had made that switch a little bit before the radial, I bet it would have turned and intercepted with us. I mean, that's close enough that if we were doing this on VATSIM for passing the test, that certainly would not be a bust. But oh, and so now we should have, I wanted to take a look at right, so the course is to our right just a little bit with the needle coming in, which is what we would expect looking over here. And the other thing, though, is that our to from flag is in the from direction. So that tells us we are indeed on the 115 radial, flying away from the station, which was back there at the airport. And right, and we're how far from, now this is going to be right, so because our DME is also tuned to Providence, which we're leaving, our DME is counting up because we're getting further away from the station, so that's good. Ooh, Mariner Hallie is here. Hiya, Hallie. Wow, I got Hallie right first time. Next thing you know, Basil will come in and I'll call him Basil. Well, that'd be remarkable. Pause in the settings, not bound by default. It is not live pause, so you won't come back in a dive. There's a pause. Really? Soundtrack, could you jot that down or copy pasta? Hey, Apex Formalities here today. Here as well. I'm doing great today. Thanks. And yes, a pause that's not active pause. Keyboard settings, just search. Yeah, well, yeah, no, yeah, I can search. Yeah, search by name for pause. That's awesome. Did not know that. That would be super. I mean, the way I've always tried to overcome that is I just like do everything space. Oh, but Spundot says it's not bound by default. But we can see like what happened. Oh, come on. Space. Nope, space just raises my camera a little bit. Dev mode. Oh, Spundot, do you have to have dev mode on to use this other pause thing? Because I ain't doing that. I'm a skeered. Let's go back and look at our progress. No dev mode. Okay. So, alrighty. So nav has us flying this radial just beautifully. That's look at how beautifully centered that needle is. And our DME is telling us around 15.6 from Providence. If I go to my chart, There we go, which I can share with you as well, I think, right? So we're, this is Tudor, where we're going to make our turn. So we're out here somewhere, and it's 22 right here beneath Victor 167 tells me that from Providence VOR to the Tudor intersection is 22 nautical miles. Just so, and I'm mainly just, I'm looking at that to have some idea of how much further we have to go before anything terribly exciting happens. And it's in about 4 miles. So I think, oh, and look at this as we are approaching. So this is tuned to Martha's Vineyard, to this 330 radial. And as we are approaching it, it's telling us the 2 flag means that Martha's Vineyard is somewhere ahead of us, which it is. And that the course of that radial is to our left. Yeah, I don't know that I understand that as far as left, right. I guess it's closer to our left than it is to our right. But the closer we get to Tudor, you can see this needle really gradually creeping in. And my theory, if you'll recall my explaining before, or my mentioning before, I think that by simply swapping this to Martha's Vineyard, as we get pretty close, like now-ish, it will go ahead and start that turn, maybe without overshooting Tudor by too much. How's it doing? Is it going to make the turn? It's not making the turn. Am I still in nav mode? No. When I switched the radios, it disconnected nav mode. But now, okay, so hang on, live pause. And I'm going to take the children out of the room now if you want, because I'm going to slew. I just want to back up to there and maybe get us a little bit back to where we were. No, that's too far. Right about there. Okay, so that's the course we were on, and then this, we were still flying outbound on that, and this was in nav mode. So now, if I unpause, what's it going to do? No, it's already okay. Well, that's too bad. Why is it? Hang on. This is Providence and a course of 110. So it really ought to be on. Why is it doing that? It really ought not be turning for Martha's Vineyard now, because that's in the thing. And this is not like that. We're only at 19.2. Yeah, I guess I don't. Are we still? It didn't change this over to. No, that's still in. Huh. So why are you making this turn now? Oh, okay, it's not. Okay, great. Okay, good. So here's our. So we get to this. I just wanted to rerun this little scenario here because I just want to see. So now I think what happens is that when I switch this over, it knocks out nav mode. So I think I got to switch it over and then turn nav mode on again. That's interesting. I thought Tudor was right over EWB, but it's not. Okay, so we're getting, here's this needle like almost centered. So let's go ahead and switch frequencies, turn nav mode on again. And drum roll, please. It's gonna do it. It's gonna make the turn. Oh, I'm so happy. It looks like I could have started it a little early. Maybe when this needle gets to like 1. Thank you, soundtrack. Yes. Like maybe when the needle gets to 1 degree of deflection would be a good point to switch those over and start the turn. You know, and I have no idea if I have not seen in a video how you're supposed to do this. So maybe I'm doing it wrong and in a way that will end up killing me. Now, is it gonna hang on? Why is it still now? Are we not? Oh, wait, is not. Oh, because I would have to have put this over here for it to navigate off of that. Wait, no. No, wait. Huh. This is Martha's Vineyard. Martha's Vineyard's in both 1 and 2. Oh, duh. Okay. Again, close your eyes. We're backing up. Oh, we're not backing up that far. Okay, over to our right somewhere. About there, not quite that far. Right about there. You know what? Let's actually let's try that whole sequence again. Yeah, okay, and back to here. That's a few miles back. Okay, let's pause it there. And let's get stuff set up. So, okay, so this, because we have to change our course too. Duh. At least on, let's think this through. Well, if we're gonna, okay, oh, it's because we're, oh, so I can either swap which VOR we're following in nav1 on the HSI, or I think I could switch over to having VOR2, nav2, determine our course and have it follow that way. So I think it's one or the other of those. Probably, again, folks giving me really great advice in the, oh, Club Teak's here, and I didn't say hi. Hi, welcome on in, good to see you. Let's get this set up again one more time and see if we can't refly it. So this is Providence in, oh, Pezzy, thank you so much. That's delightful. Thank you for the 41 bits. Oh, and you got to run. Okay, I promise I will enjoy the rest of my stream. I hope you enjoy whatever your next activity is, and hope to see you again soon. Hopefully see you tonight for T-Tail Tuesday on the Sim Caesar channel. Very good. Let's see. We got Providence in there, and a from, and the 115. So when we make this turn, so we can make the turn by switching it to this and still being in nav mode, but that would mean then our course is going to have to be the reciprocal of 330, which is 150. So I think that's probably the thing to do, is to stay on nav 1 and just have nav 2 as a backup, and guidance for making the turn. But then, so then the sequence is going to be switch to the new VOR, re-engage nav mode, and then move the course to 150. So let's, was the 530 not? Oh, I don't know. I know nothing about the 430, 530, but I mean, it would have to, right? I mean, it has to. That would be crazy if it didn't. So that's my vote on that one. Okay, and are we is the autopilot in nav mode now is the question. Okay, I think we can see everything we need from here, except of course looking out the window to make sure we're not about to kill anyone, but you can't have everything, am I right? So let's unpause this and see what happens. Should be proceeding along this course, yes. So there's 3 degrees deflection on our needle for the Martha's Vineyard 330. We're on course. Since we're not using heading mode, means my heading bug is free, and so I can go ahead and use it for a visual guide for a moment from now when we're going to need to change the course to that. Okay, we're at 2 degrees of deflection here. If we were doing this IFR, we wouldn't be able to see anything out the windows anyway, right? So the fancy TV thing, just reset your course on the VOR after you change the channel. Okay, thank you. Thank you. That's what I was thinking. So is a full degree deflection going to be too early to start this turn? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, wait a minute. How did nav mode get turned off? I don't know. But it's on now. And we're a mile. We're 1.6 miles, mile and a half. Let's do it. Let's switch these back into nav mode and change our course. Whoop, that's our heading. Change our course to 150. That, I think, should make the turn and should stay on course on the new thing. Is it going to do it? I think it's going to do it. May I have a drum roll, please? Oh, wait. We have a drum roll now, don't we? Oh, I don't know. It's on my... I can't be... No, wait. Why? What is it not? Do it. It's in nav mode. And VLOC. And saying the course is to our left. Is it not 150? It's the 330 radial. Boop. Huh. It's looking a little... Boy, that little 1 degree of difference can make all the difference in the world, can't it? Okay, well that's looking better. Huh. I don't think... Do we have a drum roll command? I can't even remember now. I thought I had it as a sound effect on my new soundboard that I never really had time to, So... a little bit not quite understanding how... I think maybe my button is not able to get like tenths of a degree exactly. Wait, is this left? Oh, wrong button. Hello. No. It's like neither of those is... Okay. Well. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't know if I even meant to have a drum roll command or if I just meant to have it on my soundboard. Or if I meant to make it a command so that you would have it. I don't know. We'll sort all that out. Let's zoom out here and get a little bit of a picture of... Okay, right. And so now because we're flying to the VOR, our DME is counting down and we are 14 miles out. For the actual IFR number 3, which reminds me, no, Boston, still nobody on. So next Tuesday, when we actually attempt to get a passing grade on the Wings IFR number 3, the test materials say that having met the objectives at this point, they're not going to bother with making us do any fancy kind of approach into Martha's Vineyard. It actually says weather permitting, you'll just be given a visual approach into Martha's Vineyard, so that's fine. So we will, we'll give that a try. We'll now that we're... Oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted that. Hey, look, it's Martha's Vineyard. There's this. Oh, I forget the name of this little one we're just coming over here. It's a little kind of a smaller one, and then somewhere, whoopsie, somewhere over. Where's Nantucket from here? I thought it was over that way. No. I think it's... Oh, yeah, I think that's Nantucket. Way off over yonder. But I forget. I don't really know about these things. to toggle from GPS to VOR. Oh, well, are you so Coldney, are you on the TDS GTN 750, or are you on, oh, you've got the 530 in there? Because on this one you can just click. I think you can actually even click. No, not down here, but if you click this one, it will. I forget if it moves the physical switch, but it'll switch you back and forth here. And oh, that's fine. No, you're only distracting me to the extent that I look over there and read what you're typing, which is easily ignored if ignoring it is what I want to do. No, I was at that point where, oh, wait, wow, is that, hey, I think we have the field in sight. How exciting is that? Why, yes, looky there. It's an airport. And we're even lined up with the runway pretty much. Maybe, whoops, go back out there and reset that or I'll regret it. Maybe we should just, maybe we should not be at 4,000 feet at this point, huh? And only 5 miles out. Yeah, that's not good. So let's not try for this straight in. Let's go to the videotape. No, let me get over to my checklists here. Yeah, because we're also cruising at wicked fast. We never did our soundtrack. We did not do top of climb, nor did I get a top of climb warning. May I have a top of climb warning, please? Look, oh my gosh. I was so eager to get to figuring out how these VORs and things work that I so yeah, we missed that a long time ago. So let's I'm just gonna double back and yeah, so I mean we never did any kind of things like we could have, and particularly gumbo. Once you're this is all in the POH and the various checklists that come along with the actually, the checklists that come along from Kironado have some of the stuff, but it's easy enough to find the actual Mooney checklists online. So I've been, like I have with other planes, I end up like compiling my own checklist from sort of the best available. Let's see. For the moment, since we're overhead the field, I am going to switch. Let's see. I'm just going to swing my heading bug around the other way and switch the autopilot back over to heading while it's in altitude, and just let it. We're going to come in and try that approach again after we've done all the things that we should have done. Shadow Wolf, no, it's definitely red alert, not self-destruct or auto-destruct is entirely different, and you have to have like this. The first officer has to concur, and all of that. So yeah, no, none of that. That's just red, just your standard red alert. So let's see. What we skipped was yeah, we never turned the fuel. That's the only thing I think. Well, no, okay. We never got the fuel pump off, and then had we done our top of climbs, we would have. Oh, that's not it either. There they are up there. Had we done our top of climbs, the landing light and taxi lights would have come off. And let's see, what else would we have done? Oh, yeah, no, that's really all that we missed at top of climb. We did everything else. But so now it's time for like an approach check. So, oh, no, that's, you know what, actually, there's cruise. Oh, yeah, so I'm working on my own checklist, and the cruise checklist is not done yet. But what it would consist of would be things like, you notice we're burning almost 20 gallons of fuel an hour here, which is ridiculous. There's no need for that. So the first thing we would be doing is pulling our manifold pressure back down to something around 23-ish, and getting our RPMs also down to probably in the 23, 24 sort of range. Anything around 23 or 24 is then when we can start leaning. And we'll just lean the mixture gradually here. We'll see the EGT coming up. It's kind of hard to see what's going on there in this light, isn't it? That's a little better. So gradually, as we lean, we'll see the fuel flow coming down and some changes in the EGT. So the blue so the blue arc is the sweet spot for the EGT. And so it's going to be, the more we lean, the more it rises, and at some point it will peak and start heading back down. Some point it's going to peak and start heading back down, or RPMs are going to plummet. But there's the peak. So it's for performance, 50 degrees rich of peak, and for economy, 50 degrees lean of peak. Let's see what happens if we go a little bit lean of peak. Yeah, well, we're down to 13.5 gallons. We should be able to get 12. It's nice and cool outside today. And we're at what? We're at 23 inches and 2300. You know, that's fine for now. So this would be reasonable cruise power here. Speaking of fuel, we've burned up half of the left tank, so we probably want to go ahead and let's see. Well, it's actually fuel pump on, switch tanks, and then the fuel pump can come off. Okay. So, hello? There we go. So now that's everything we should have done at cruise during that first leg before before we even made that turn. But we were all busy getting our radios set up. So now, haven't really, I've not done my cruise or descent checklists, but the descent checklist is probably going to be, well, no, that's actually on the approach. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do our approach check, because we're going to turn back toward the vineyard. Yeah, we're almost 10 miles out. We'll run down this list, and then we'll turn back and head back down that way. So my approach checklist starts with check and make sure the parking brake is off, because I have this really, I don't know how it happens, but half the time I land, somehow the parking brake has gotten turned on in flight. And it's so, I'm spending a lot on tires that I would not have to spend if I were to land with the parking brake off more often. So this is the bump fish. I know Sim Caesar uses gumps and Quas uses bum fish. I like the bump fish. It's got the P in it for the prop, because it's a constant speed propeller. But so brakes, undercarriage, mixture, prop is bump. So we check the brakes, undercarriage, gear down. I'm not going to drop them quite yet. I'll do that after it's time for the turn where, we're 12 miles. Let's go ahead and head back toward the vineyard while we do the rest of this. So, and how fast are we? We're going, we're actually going way too fast to lower the gear anyway. So that's, brakes, mixture, prop. So prop's going to come full forward, fuel pump on, local altimeter. I'm just going to shortcut that with the B key for now. And oil, temps, and pressures both looking good. Hatches and harnesses are secure. So all that's good. So what's remaining to go here is the, okay. So there's the vineyard coming into sight. Let's take altitude hold off and pull the power some and see if we can't, and mixture rich. We'll see if we can't get a descent going here. No, because again, there's still something not worked out with my Bravo talking to autopilot in this airplane. Something just not happening there. So let's pull some power and see if we can get a descent rate going here. Yes, we can. And if we can get our speed down... You know what? Oh, come on. It's beeping at me because the gear's not down. So I can't pull... If I pull power all the way, then I have to listen to that darn gear horn. But we're still going too fast to drop the gear. They're really not supposed to come down until I'm going 140. We're almost down to 140. Let's really kill the power. Pull up a little. See if we can't slow ourselves down a little more here. Well, if I pull up enough with no power, we'll get under 140. There we are, 140. And so now we can get the gear down, and that's going to help us a lot. And, oh, you know, I've lost the airport. Oh, because this isn't the vineyard. That's the vineyard over there. Ha, ha, ha. Let's get on down to 2,000 or so. And a little bit slower. And, there we are. And yeah, we're actually going slow enough now to 9 miles. Huh. Okay, well, I panicked because I thought this was the vineyard coming right up under us here, which it's not. So we don't need to be going this slow. I'm going to bring some power back in. And stay up here a little closer to 2,000 until we... Do we still see the field over there? Not really. Well, it's there somewhere. Oh, there it is over there. Wow. Okay. So, let's head that way a little. Oh, yeah. Over there where the lights are. Lovely. Huh. And let's have a little more power because we're still dropping. More than we need to be. So, let's see what this will give us for some visual reference here. Okay. We're heading the right way anyway. That's nice. And we're still dropping. Hey, Geekles here. Good to see you, bud. Welcome. Thank you for that thing you sent recently. Mwet, hi. Oh my gosh, what's happening? Wills. I'm so sorry. I thought that was a cheer alert sound going off. And so I talked right over Geekle's welcome sound. But indeed, a walking compendium of knowledge. Welcome, Geeklepedia. And Mwet, welcome on in. Good to see you. And no, this is not IFR number 3 officially. And that's because nobody signed on to Boston Center today on VATSIM. It's been a dry run and mainly a figuring out how VOR navigation works in the Mooney is what we've really been doing so far today. And so where are we now? Let me just run over those again. So brakes, undercarriage, yeah, we got 3 green. Mixture prop, fuel pumps on, instruments, we got the altimeter. We can get our landing and taxi lights back on now. Hatches and harnesses, we're good. So 1,000 feet, 3 miles. This is looking not too bad. Let's, get to about 2 miles and we'll, 2.5, and we're, you know what, I'm going to pull the power back some, and let the nose come up to lose some speed because we're just above flap speed. There, it's dropping 110-ish. All right, speed check flaps 1. And how are we doing with that? Let's maybe, gosh, maybe we need our feet on the rudders. Let's go ahead and drop in flaps 2. And, oh, I forgot, we've got that exciting new view that we can look at this from. Oh, that's very exciting. Okay, we'll figure out how to do that. Let's have the last notch of flaps and kill the power, because, well, do we have, I was about to say, we have the runway made, but do we? Okay, yeah, we do. Let's kill the power. And load it on in here. And by float, of course, I don't mean floaty float. I just mean slow it down and see if we can't put it at least a little where we want it, how we want it. Maybe stalling on. Can we stall it on? I don't know. That wasn't too bad. Certainly had worse. Okie dokie. Gotta be a taxiway up here somewhere. Anybody see a taxiway coming up? There's something down here. This looks like it. Oh, or is this a... Whoa! Oh, gosh. It's really weird, squirrely ground handling. So this is actually a crossing runway, but there's nobody on it. Or rather, nobody approaching from either end. So we'll just scoot across that. And again, when we're doing the IFR 3 for real next Tuesday, we'll be getting taxi instructions from a tower, so we won't have to figure that out on our own. But we'll head on over here. Oh, Nebo, did you come over here and land, or is this just statics that are over here? You're landing at your own risk. Did you switch to a helicopter or Mustics? That looked like one of your landings. You've gotten that good, have you? You know, why is there no place to cut over to the parking lot here? I don't know. I'm just going across the grass. Oh, look, it's a Mooney convention over here. Is it? Are there 3 other Moonies parked over here on the grass, or is that just the the model matching I'm seeing because I'm in a Mooney? I don't know. But let's take a look. We could have been cleaning up our flaps and things, couldn't we? Whoa, hang on. Oh, does that look like one of your taxis? Good luck to you if it does. Oh, here's Nebo coming in. Let's switch parking brake. Put that on. And let's... Are we in time to catch it? Hey. Oh, look at that. Cold Murphy set would say, would you look at the state of that? Oh, no. Oh, must do better camera work. Oh, that 500E is a helicopter, isn't it? You fooled me talking about a Bonanza. So yes, this is the helicopter taxi, right? Is it not? Oh, yeah, this is what a helicopter would look like with me flying it. Very good. Oh, and I must have turned... Oh, no, I didn't turn nameplates off, but you have to be a certain distance away before they show up. I remember that now. Well, cool. Let's see about over here, maybe. Are you gonna park? Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, and all gentle beings, it's my great pleasure to introduce to you the one, the only, the fabulous Quas. Hi, Quas. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Just landed in Martha's Vineyard with Cold Nebo flying along in, I think it's a helicopter. Maybe if I... Okay, yeah, there we go. That'll do. Ah, okay. All right, Nebo, smile and hold still. Look at that. And to there. Oh, that's lovely. And we save that. And yes. All right. Thanks for the snapshot. And, I probably missed a lot of chat during that landing. Oh, darn it. Soundtrack. Take a note. I think we got to have a command to remind me to turn on the flight recorder. Because I would have liked to have seen that one. I thought that was actually pretty good. And so I wasn't quite sure what to make of it when Mustix said that looked like one of my landings. So, Quas, studiousness is you know, it's hit and miss. I've got a really loud engine in my ear. I'm going back inside the Mooney where it's quiet. It's quiet, and with the fuel pump off, it's even quieter. Yeah, you know, it's okay. What am I trying to say? So today, so in preparation for Wings IFR number 3, which we couldn't do today because there was nobody on Boston Center, so we'll do it Tuesday when we know Crafty will be there. I actually figured out how to fly a Victor Airway along a radial from Providence, and then identify an intersection based on the intersection with a different radial from Martha's Vineyard, and then at the point of that intersection actually turn and follow the 330 radial to Martha's Vineyard. So I know how to do that now. So in terms of studiousness, I put that in the win column, and while it's still something that I will have to think about every time for the next several hundred times I do it, the plan is to keep doing that sort of thing long enough that it kind of becomes ingrained and more a matter of just muscle memory rather than, hey, corporate pilot dad, thank you for coming by. I saw that you have a new video up on YouTube, which I definitely intend to watch because I've liked all of your videos I've watched so far. And it's not going to be tonight because there's this stream and then there's Sim Caesar's stream right after it. And then by the time that's done, I'm exhausted. But definitely plan to watch that tomorrow. I think what is it? Is it approaches? It's TDS GTNX i750 approaches in the 414? Is that what that new video was? I just saw the thumbnail come up and went, oh, gonna watch that. Not today. And then went on to the next thing. But and 99er Tango is here. Hi, welcome. Your name is familiar to me from other chats, but I don't recall seeing you here before, so welcome on in. Good to have you. We just finished a flight, a kind of a dress rehearsal flight from Providence to Martha's Vineyard for next Tuesday when we're going to attempt the VATSIM Boston Center's Wings over New England IFR flight number 3. And it went okay. I feel better about next Tuesday's attempt than I did before we did this today. So now what to do? God, we were only about 2 hours and 10 minutes. Soundtrack. How long before you have to go for your thing? Because my voice is wearing thin. I definitely don't have another probably like intense sort of intentional flight in me. But if anybody wanted to do, oh, so you're good until about. Oh well, that's okay, cool. That's plenty of time. I put it to the. Should we have a poll, or no? Let's not bother with a formal poll. But if anybody wants to just do like a fun fly along somewhere, like a couple weeks ago, we ended up having accomplished the mission of the stream. Plenty of time, with plenty of time left over, and Spundot said, "Hey, let's all jump in our planes and do marathon to Key West," and that was a blast and gorgeous. So I mean, like we could just do a North Carolina strip. I'd like to see someone land at. Oh, well, let's do it. Mystics, yeah, by all means. What's our route? What's our here? Let me go ahead and I don't think I'm going to bother restarting my sim, but let me close out that flight. And yeah, so from where to where in North Carolina? Oh, pardon me again. Oh, 3NC0. That rings a bell. Okay, well. Let's I tell you what, I'm gonna let's go over here and here and here and here and here and here and here for 3NC0. Clyde Valley. Right here, is it? Does it have, it has to have at least a page of some sort in, so what do we got? This is 3 miles southeast of Morganton. I love this part of North Carolina. Our runway is 1634. It's 750 feet of turf. Okay. Running almost north-south. And in the immortal words, putting into Skyvector's mouth the immortal words of Forrest Gump, that's all I have to say about that airport. Okay, well, it's 1,100 feet up in the air, 1,700 feet long of grass. Okay, well, that's that. And then, so this is where we're landing. 3 non-commissioned officers. Oh, that's hilarious. You drive by there, and head over to the mountains to hike. Okay, cool. Highly recommend 3-5. So if I lost it on the map here, wait, that's Patton, Silver Creek, Clyde Valley. So you recommend to the north. Is there like terrain or something? Oh, well, it looks like there's power. There's 1,500 foot. It's at 11, so there's power lines at 400 feet going across that way. That looks bad. Oh, this is near Fiddler's Grove, isn't it? I bet that's why they call this Fiddler's. Okay. Well, then, so where shall we take off from? Hickory's probably pretty close, yes? Should we go from Greensboro, or let's see, I want to not lose Clyde Valley. We'll put Clyde Valley right up there. Oh, that's Charlotte. What am I thinking? Oh, of course Charlotte is closer. How far is it from Salisbury? RUQ. What if we put that as our arrival and Salisbury for a departure? 60 miles. If we're going to the Mooney, that's not all that long. Yeah, 30 to 45, depending on what airplane you're in. I'm only thinking Salisbury because it's where I grew up. We could do Statesville, would not be as far. doesn't matter to me. We can do Salisbury some other time. If I were a rich man, I missed something. 17 has power lines. Yeah, okay. Right, okay. So we'll land to the north at thing. And well, so what if we do SVH? How much shorter is that? SVH. Only 37 miles. No, let's do Salisbury. Okay. So that's the plan. So let's go to Mid Carolina Regional. That's not what this was. So I grew up in Salisbury, and it was called we called it Salisbury Rowan Airport when I grew up down there. Hey, JP Navigator, welcome on in. Good to see you. We're about to do just a fun group flight from Salisbury to Clyde Valley in North Carolina. And we're not gonna. She's gonna open this up just for quick reference in case we need it. I don't think we will, but there's Clyde Valley. There's Salisbury. And is it really? Where's my Mid Carolina Regional? Well, if that don't just beat all. I don't know what makes it regional. It was just Salisbury Rowan when I grew up there. So yes, so hop in your planes and join us. Let me go back to just where we're just looking at that, and we'll just have a fun, quick group flight. There we go. So we'll go from Salisbury is KRUQ. Rowan County, Salisbury. Okay. And I don't think it's going to... it's just a quick, fun family fly along. I'm just going to... I'm not even going to look at the weather. I'm just going to spawn in on runway 2. And we're going to 3NC0. 3NC0. Clyde Valley. Do I need to put that in the route command? It's pretty easy. I don't know why I'm even asking. Here we go. Route is KRUQ to 3NC0. Save that. And then over here and do route, not right. Route. Not that route either. Oh, Lord. There we go. All right. So that's the route. And that means that. Get rid of that. Okay. 61 nautical miles, according to this. Oh, and then, yeah, okay. So it picked 3.5 for us at thing there. And then there's that. Yeah, let's go ahead and just fly. Ooh, somebody I know is in Charlotte. DeLorean, what are you doing in Charlotte? Are you still here, DeLorean? DeLorean, are you still here? Well, DeLorean's in Charlotte. Is DeLorean streaming? Is that why he's in Charlotte? I don't know. But I can look. Did DeLorean kick up a stream? Oh, no, he said tomorrow because he called in sick. I forgot about that part. Well, so I guess he's just in Charlotte. Oh, well. Are y'all, Siren, are y'all that? Oh, wait. Well, so I don't want to dox anybody. I mean, given the whole jumping thing and military thing, I made a guess about at least generally which part of, I mean, y'all have said publicly that you're in North Carolina, and I don't like to say anything publicly about anybody's location that I have not heard them say publicly. But in my head, I made certain assumptions about what part of North Carolina you were likely in. And, but yeah, only so I don't know how far it is from where I was thinking of, to Salisbury. But Salisbury is where I grew up. I was born in Atlanta and to Yankee parents with 3 Yankee siblings who were all a year apart, about a decade ahead of me. So I was essentially an only Southern child with 5 Yankee parents telling me what to do. So from age year and a half until age 3, for my first 18 months were in Atlanta where I was born. Then my second 18 months, we got transplanted by my dad's work back up to Minneapolis, St. Paul. So my second 18 months were up in Minnesota, and then when I was 3, we moved to Salisbury, and so I spent all the rest of my formative years in Salisbury. And let's make it a little earlier here. We can have some nice 7:04. Why is it that late? It's only 5:20. Well, make it a little bit earlier than 5:20 even. And I'm just going to get out from under whoever that was. Cool. That will probably give us some nice sunsetty action on our way up there. We'll see. Cool. Let's see who and what all we got. Oh, let's see. I do not want, so I don't. I'm just going to take 1 sec to get going here, because I would like my GTN in, and cares nada how much I hate having to open this up and do that every single time I start a flight. But until Carenata decides to hire me to manage customer relations, my complaints are not going to really be worth much here. So let's do 3 NC0. Create user waypoint. I don't want to do that. That's fine. We'll just wing it. Well, hang on. Because I don't. The thing is, at least with since 2 or 3 updates ago, in the Mooney, my the VFR map no longer appears. Whatever I put on the world map, when I open up the VFR map in the Mooney, there's no magenta line. It's blank. It doesn't copy over. Okay. Clyde Valley. I got a thing open here, and it should have some coordinates on it, shouldn't it? Yes. 35. Can I just copy it from here? I don't remember if MusFus likes the format that SkyVector puts it in, but it's worth a try. Oh, it's not MusFus. It's this thing. Oh, wait. So, is it? So it's creating this anyway, and it's an airport, and it is not going to take this, but 35, it's 41.42, so 35, hello, there we go. 41.4 minutes. Gonna be 40. Oops, it doesn't let me do it that way. 41. Yeah, we'll try something around there. This is gonna get us in the neighborhood. And then, I mean, I could convert it, but not today. 81.42 and 3/4. Oh, 81. Okay, so 81. 42 and 3/4. We'll try that. Let's see what we get. Yeah, that's fine. Well, let's actually comment here. We can make this, whoopsie. Clyde Valley. Okay. I said this was going to be quick, didn't I? Haha. Great. All righty, there we go. Well, that looks somewhat believable. Does it? Yeah. Right across Lake Norman. Is that what SkyVector's showing me in my plan? Lake Norman has to be depicted on the VFR map, doesn't it? Yeah, well, on the VFR map, looks like it's a little bit. Well, is this, let's see. That is right across. Is SVH, what is happening? Siren, thank you so much for the subscription. That's just awesome. That is so great. I appreciate that very, very much. This should be taking us, so I've got this wrong in the GPS because, okay, let's just go fly. I'm done here, and everybody else is waiting on the runway. Who else, in fact, is joining us? Let's see. There's Mustix, cool, and Nebo is here, patiently waiting for us to. And Nebo's in a pivy. Alrighty. Well, don't catch your Nebos in a pivy. But fine. Let's. Why don't we? Mustix, you want to start us off? Since we're heading up toward Clyde Valley at your suggestion, I can just take off and follow you since I don't know where I'm going. Is there anything I've forgotten to check? Probably. Parking brakes off. I'll put my fuel pump on just as a matter of form. Flaps, is that? Yeah, that's 1 degree of flaps. That's, hey, Kevo Zenji is here. Welcome. SWS is doing us to. Oh, yes, Simware and FS Reborn coupling up, right? Yeah, I saw that earlier today. Oh, Mustix, is that you going? Is there somebody else joining us that I'm not seeing? I don't want to penetrate anybody without asking. But, hey, Barbecue Beef's here. Welcome on in, Barbecue Beef. Welcome on in. Oh, Mustix is off, so there is somebody else here that I didn't. Oh, Spundot's here. Yay. So I'm following you, Spundot. Go ahead. I'm being polite back here, hanging back, waiting. Or I can just take off right through you if you want me to. Leave it up to you. Siren says, let's go. Okay, let's go. Sorry in advance, Spundot. I'm gonna just, oh no, okay, Spundot is on the roll. I'll go around a little, because Spundot, I don't know what you're flying, but I bet the Mooney accelerates faster. Ha ha ha. Oh, maybe not. Ooh, it's a bum. Okay, well, once we're up and I get gear up and flaps up, I'm going to be smoking you, Spundot. Ha ha. There I go. Bye. Enjoy your flight. Oh. Fun new view that I didn't want to try. Oh, yeah. Oh, now if I back out or zoom out from there, what happened to Spundot? Isn't she? Oh, there, over on that side. Cool. I thought, we need some cool new views here on the Mooney channel. So I was experimenting and think that I found a couple. I especially love this one, like when the gear is in motion. Hee hee. Okay. Although gear in motion is also cool from this one. But at any rate, did I turn even a little bit toward the west? I don't know. And I can never read this darn thing from... Okay, well, west is sort of over there-ish, and we're going generally westish, so let's try heading that way. And maybe we can follow Mustix, because, like I said, I have absolutely I have no idea what I'm doing, and hey, there's Mustix. We're going to be flying with our Mustix guidance system in effect for today. Oh, hey, there's an idea. 4 or 5 in the afternoon, you want to fly west? There's this kind of brightish guiding lighty thing you can follow. So Kevo Zenji, I've heard a lot of people in love with the Vision Jet. Sim Caesar was saying today that I guess he bought it and he's flown it a couple times, but I don't know if you caught any of his stream. This is bonus stream today. I don't remember seeing you in there, but he was in the TBM with the new avionics update, and he was just completely smitten. We'll probably be seeing a lot of the TBM in the near future. But he was saying because the avionics update didn't affect the Vision Jet, that he's probably not going to be back in the Vision Jet until they do something to... And I thought it was the same G1000 in anything that has the G1000, but I guess not. I guess the dev has to do some things on their end. So I don't know. Is the TBM really okay? It's fast. I give you that. It's fast and it's got a big payload. I don't know. I should probably try it again. Maybe I'll fall in love. Maybe as I get further along in the wings over New England flights, maybe it will make them, because I think some of them are relatively long, and you want a plane that goes relatively fast. So, shall we? Let's try a little altitude hold here, maybe, and see what happens. And gosh, maybe even heading and just let... I'm here to enjoy the scenery, frankly. Ha ha. Oh. Pale Ale. Thank you so much for resubscribing. And welcome on in. Good to see you. It must be... oh, well, it's around 7:30 in the morning, I guess, your way. Over your way. Spundot, what are you flying? It's so slow. I don't... Mustix is in the 172, and I haven't done my top of climb list, as someone just reminded me. Yeah, I actually love that. So you and Mustix are both in the 172. Yeah, I guess. Soundtrack, go ahead and give us the top of climb reminder. Even though I'm already doing it, we'll pretend I forgot, because I think it's funny, and that's the only time I've heard it was that once before. So when you... Thank you for the reminder. And I think it was clever of me to just put my whole list in there, because that way I don't even have to go find the list. It just tells me what I need to do. Little Red Ted. Oh, well, I'm glad you have been here. Lurking is encouraged. Oh, just passing by, Pale Ale, commencing the daily grind. All righty. Well, grind some for me while you're at it, and I hope you enjoy as much of your day as can possibly be enjoyed, and hope to catch you online sometime. So Mustix, this has got to be Lake Norman we're coming up on here, yes? are you going to show as a 172 to me? No. Yes, no. No, you're showing as a low wing. And why am I mean, I know that Mooney is kind of fast, but why am I so much faster than anybody else? What are we doing here? Oh, because we're doing 140 knots, 150, maybe even 160. You know, we don't have to go that fast. We can actually, oop. I don't think we want to go that slow, but we can be a little over square here. Yeah, so this is Lake Norman. Yeah, growing up in Salisbury, Lake Norman was kind of our closest, you know, kind of recreational lake. So we used to go 160. Wait, Gold Nebo, what are you flying? Are you still in that helicopter? Oh no, you're in a Pivy. I still don't know what a Pivy is. Barbecue Beef has joined us as well. Hey, in an SR-22. Nebo, what is a Pivy? Whatever it is, it's not showing up for me, or I have to get closer for it to show up to me. No, apparently no matter how close I get. Oh, there you are. And for me, you're showing up just like everything else. Oh, that pipistrel thing. I have not even tried that. Do I get to, will Barbecue Beef pop in if I get close enough in that direction? Let's see. You must be quite a bit behind where I am, and because I should have a... Hey, there we go. I wonder what's happening in my airplane, because now that my drone camera is miles behind it. Oh, that was... I knew altitude would be a problem. Okay, I'm gonna put the camera back before something really bad happens, and go in here and see what I've done. Okay, well, it's still holding altitude, and look at this. I've pulled back to look. So I'm down to 1,800 RPMs and 19 inches of manifold pressure, only burning under 11 gallons per hour. And what's our indicator? We're still going. It's harder to read up here with the, because it gives you, yep, still over, well, still right around 150 indicated, with the power that far back. So the only way I know of to slow down more is to put out some speed brakes. Boop. Just add a little bit of speed brake. Kevo Zenji gifting a subscription to Basil, and Basil's here. Hi, Basil. I'm sorry I was all caught up in my drone cam and not paying attention to what was going on in chat. Hi, Basil. It's good to see you. Welcome on in. We're just doing a fun flight in my native North Carolina. Well, not my. I mean, I wasn't born here native, but I've lived in North Carolina out of 60 years. Let's see, 57, 56, 55, 50. I've lived here at least 52 of my 60 years in North Carolina. So, you know, North Carolina is definitely home to me. And yeah, so we did. Nobody. Basil, just to catch up you and anybody else who has joined us a little later, nobody ever signed on to VATSIM ATC in Boston Center today, so we weren't able to attempt the Wings over New England IFR number 3 flight, for which, had we been able to attempt it, we would have been sadly unprepared. So instead, we did a dry run dress rehearsal kind of thing and got prepared. So next Tuesday, when we try IFR number 3, I think we actually have a reasonable shot at things going not disastrously badly. Capuchin Steve, hey, welcome on in. Good to have you here as well. But Kevo Zenji, thank you so much for the gift sub to Basil there. Appreciate every sub adds up, and it's they're just tremendously helpful. But beyond their helpfulness, they mean a lot to me. And so thank you. So that being over and having ads of time and at least a little energy left over, I thought let's just do a little fun flight somewhere. We did this week before last, and Spundot took us to a delightful place in Florida today. Mustix said, hey, let's go to North Carolina. So we took off from Salisbury, the little town where I grew up, and we're heading west across. We just crossed Lake Norman, which is a gigantic, look at all these fine folks flying along too. We got Nebo, Barbecue Beef, Spundot, and Mustix. Look at that moon. Look at that sun. I love calling North Carolina home. I tell you what, that was our the state tourism board's slogan for the longest time. Was a little jingle that went, I like calling North Carolina home. But yeah, so Lake Norman is a man-made lake or reservoir that provides all of the water needs for the greater Charlotte area, and it's absolutely huge, and lots of fun recreational activities. And like that. So we've just crossed Lake Norman. Oh gosh, something's happening. Tracker IT TV, welcome on in, and thank you for following. That's really great. Happy to have you here. So yeah, having gotten the business flying portion of the stream out of the way, we're now just doing a little happy fun flight. This is the Bob Ross flight portion of the program. We'll put a happy little airplane over here, and yeah. So Mustix, I don't know what I did putting in the coordinates for my custom airport there, but obviously I thought on the VFR chart it looked like we were going to head almost overhead Statesville. No, between Statesville and what's the other thing showing up on IPJ? Well, there's the lake and there's Statesville. So, oh yeah. So that's where our path should be going. And KHKY is where? Oh, KHKY is Hickory, I bet. Yes. Hickory, no, RC. Yes, okay, so HKY is Hickory. And in relation to, if I look at Statesville and Hickory, Clyde, so Statesville, Hickory, oh, MRN, where's MRN? Statesville, Hickory, Morganton, is that what MRN is? There's MRN, so Statesville, Hickory has disappeared for me. Statesville MRN. It's actually somewhere around here where this FIO thing is. So what's FIO? Is that on my chart? Wait, FIQ. Oh, that's FIQ, Fiddlers. Oh, it's right next to the Fiddlers NDB. Why didn't I know that? That means we can actually turn this useless piece of metal into something. We can remove this silly thing that is all wrong, and we can add FIQ, Fiddlers NDB, lovely. And actually, we didn't even need to put it in there. We can just do direct to and activate and That's already on GPS. We just need to put that on GPS. And then come down here and switch this from heading to nav mode. And I bet it's going to turn us a little to the right. A little to the right. All right. Woohoo! Not that I wasn't perfectly happy just following along with you, Mystics, but because I seem to be having trouble slowing down enough to stay behind everybody. I'll try just a little more speed brake. Is that about half? And did that get us any closer to other people's? Oh, okay. Well, there's Mystics. Hey, formation flying. All right. Let's go. If I go here, and we go here, and then come a little bit here. No, a little bit. Not that far. But then like that. Well, not really. But way back here, and a little bit that way, and a little bit that way. What if we actually take that off? Oh, that's a little okay. Well, that's a little okay. Well, there's so I've got so much to learn about camera work in this sim. It's really pitiful. But even without that, if we look like if we turn that off and ooh, let's see. With a new. Okay, I think I can grab that. Oh yeah, that's lovely. Let's save that. There. Thanks, Nevo. That looks even better than your than the other not aircraft you're in up in the air on the ground. And what do we got going on here? Okay, yeah, so we're actually heading to the place now. And we can probably come back out here and we got barbecue beef. There's lemon dog over there. Mystics. Oh, hey, you're way up ahead now. What have I? Are you? Oh, okay, cool. Well then maybe if I pull in the speed brakes a little bit then. Ooh, I love the way. Ooh, listen to the way the sound changes with that. Is that? Well, I thought it did. That must have been something else. Okay. Well, at any rate, we'll leave a little bit of speed brake in just so we don't go rushing over everybody. What does this look like from here? Ooh, pretty. What do we get from here if I... How far in do we have to zoom to see spun dot? Oh my gosh, something's happening. Fenrir is subscribing. Fenrir. subscribing for a third month. That is so awesome. Thank you so much, Fenrir. And welcome on in. Good to have you. That time again. So far, still enjoying myself. Yes, indeed. Okay, look, so there's Spundot. Down at 2,500, I'm trying to think if there's a way to... If I back off but zoom in, doesn't that make the... Oh, I'm zoomed, so I'm zoomed all the way. Spundot, if you can get any closer at all, we can do... We might even be able to get all three of us in this shot. I don't know. Can we? That might be too tall an order. But at any rate, that looks reasonably cool. Huh. It's definitely gorgeous country down here in North Carolina. Oh wait, that's where I was before. So I want to go back to here just so I can see what's going on. Oh, like are we already getting close to? Oh, we're only 13 miles from Fiddler's. Now I don't know where it is from Fiddler's to this little strip. Mustix, are you going to be able to guide us on that part of the Baker's Mountain? Oh, Baker's Mountain. Is that this first one coming up here? Yeah, I don't know where we are in relation to I-40 either, which is kind of the only way I know how to get around this part of the country. Is that what I think it is? Oh, it is. You know what comes from buildings that look like that, ladies and gentlemen? We should have some sort of well, yes. Avoiding the gaseous and liquid and most of the solid that comes out of buildings that look like that. We're just to the south of I-40, I guess. Yeah, don't ask me how I know that that those buildings taste like chicken. Yes, absolutely. Yes, indeedy do. And given where these buildings are, my guess would be that those particular buildings taste like Purdue chicken. I could be wrong, but that would be my guess. I'm just going to take a quick sneak a quick peek at the VFR chart here to see if there's anything as we're coming in here. But at 13 miles, we ought to be, let me get back to the sim. Seems like we ought to be seeing the Hickory Airport off to the right here somewhere. There's a river. I see a river. Is that an airport? That could be Hickory. I don't know. Oh, Fenrir. I pray that's not true. Is that the Australian authorities' definition or the U.S. authorities' definition? Hickory is northeast of northeast. Oh, so we're well past it then. Oh, like right over there. Huh. Yep, I didn't realize we were as far west as we are. Well, if Hickory's there, then why does this keep taking me back to the... Then we must be getting close. And I don't see anything on the chart to help me find it other than some power lines, which I don't think... Oh, so it's like due south of Morganton. There's a couple private fields and a hospital. I think I'm going to have to... I mean, since it's grass, there's not going to be any lighting. There's a road south of the interstate. Well, did I ever spot the interstate? Is that the interstate on the other side of this little mountain? This light bluish haze certainly reminds me of what North Carolina looks like in real life from a couple thousand feet up in the air. I'm guessing the interstate must be along here somewhere. I mean, on that side of that hill. Oh, hang on. Is this coming right up in front of me? Oh, it is. Oh, but it looks like I'm in good shape. Well, what's the GPS telling me in terms of fiddlers? Well, we're not at fiddlers yet. Oh, and then the chart tells me, okay, so the field is just beyond and just to the left of fiddlers. So this may help somewhat. Fiddlers is now 5 miles away. So seems like I ought to be looking for an airport that's somewhere over here. And is a grass strip. So it might be even tucked down behind this ridge of hills. But it should be south of Morganton, and this must be Morganton over here. Okay, well, we're getting close. I think I'm with Cold Neba. Let's have just a little, maybe a little less light on the subject. Let's see what we can get. Let's see what we get with that. That's starting to look pretty. Maybe the speed brakes can come off. Oopsie. Get back inside there. Oh, well. Oh, and you said you think we want to land to the north on it. Has anybody, Mustix is overhead it now. Okay, where are you? Let me see if I can spot you. Did I turn name tags off? Have I suddenly been left alone? Did I leave name tags off? I did. There's barbecue beef, lemon dog. Oh, you're overhead it now and you're right there. I see a beacon. And we're gonna land to the north. So I'm gonna jump back in here, and what am I doing? I'm gonna kill the autopilot. I hope, except it never wants to die. Oh no! And yeah, so that beacon should be helpful. We are just slow enough to drop the gear, which will slow us a little more. Do I remember what the elevation was here? No. And am I going to die trying to look it up? 1100. Almost died. Okay. So around 2100 for a pattern. And I'm not seeing that beacon now, but okay, yeah. Terrain ahead, I get it. It's right over there somewhere. I mean, I think if we just kind of keep heading down the valley here and then turn around, we should have the sun at our backs. And okay, that was a little less power than what we probably want. Because we don't want to drop too much below 2000 until we have at least a runway in sight. All right, well, from what I'm seeing out my windscreen, I am guessing that Mustix and Spundot have taken, has each taken a somewhat different approach to getting to this airport, which is fine. No one needs to, I mean, it's not like there's to the west. Which way is west? Wait, to the west? I'm going west. I'm not going far enough west to be over there. I mean, we're the, oh, man, Meredith's here. Hi, welcome on in. Good to see you. Oh, and Vega Blue Sky, I didn't even see you come in. Gosh, hi. And if the TAWs would stop warning me about that, then I could see that where I am is, about 3 miles from that NDB, which is pretty close to the field. I think I'm going to try coming back to the right and see if I can spot that beacon again. Because I think it's not too far over here. Should be. Oh, and we have the gamer tag landing system to aid us. And I don't want to climb too much. It was somewhere over here. Do y'all have the field in sight? And am I about to come down on everybody else who's on final? Am I? I don't even know which way I'm heading. And I need to inhibit this TAWs because I can't. Yeah, boy, I don't have the... Oh, no way. Is that the strip right there? That's the strip. Okay. Well, so if I come right around here and call it a go-around, then that will put me kind of more or less up this way. And I'll just climb back out to around 2000 and try that again. Gear's still down, 3 green. I'm not going to bother bringing them up. We'll call that a crosswind. Clyde Valley traffic. Mooney 8080 Alpha is fake crosswind. Left traffic for the north runway or something. So I guess I just kind of head south over here until I'm about to hit that mountain and then do a 180. Is that the plan? Oh, your wing clipped a tree. Let's not fight this too much, shall we? Okay. What else have I not checked? Yeah, let's save some flaps until we're a little bit closer to, I guess, till we turn base even. Not advised at night. Yeah, I would guess not. You're going to have a hard time stopping, I think. Oh, really? Oh, you think so, do you? Let's drop some flaps then and make a hard left. Oh, well, that's a lot. That's not at all what I thought we had going here. Oh, let's stall and spin and crash. How about that? Woohoo! Well, There's stall recovery for you. Oh, brother. We'll just give that another try. Maybe try the turns a little bit shallower here and come a little further over this way. We'll get a little closer to that mountain. Now I've overshot it completely to the other side. Well, this is so embarrassing. Mm-hmm. Oh, so this is not part of the field then. Is that what you're saying? I have to get over there and over those trees and stop it in time? I don't know. And my landing light's not on. Oh no, we can't have that. Oh, I think I clipped a tree as well. Is there a runway here? Well, we're just going to go into the... That wasn't fun at all, was it? Can we go right through these bushes and join everybody else on the other side of the trees? I bet we can. There's everybody. Hi! Well, that was certainly embarrassing. I've obviously gotten spoiled. I've only done 2 ILS approaches, and already I'm dependent on the technology to get me to the runway. Alrighty then. Is there room to slip around behind people? Doesn't look like it over there. Let's, maybe if I come around this end. Oh, there's a road right there. So, Mystics, you're saying you drive by this place from time to time? I bet it's pretty. Everything up in this neck of the woods is pretty much gorgeous. Let's see what happens if I just... Oh, well, that's what happens if I do that. Okay. Come back out here. I'll reset that. And get the speed brakes down and the flaps up. And then... What if it's a little... Well, what does this look like if we... No. I guess I need... There, oh, there's things. There's Nebo. What if we go... Over this way? How far back do I have to go before Mystics shows up? Let's see. Oh, wait, I have to be closer for Mystics. Why is your 172 not showing up for me? This is not right. Well, Mystics, I'm not sure what to do. Oh, there you go. Excellent. Well, the light's even kind of nice there. I think I'm happy with this. What about you? Really got to put this on the press of a button instead of having to mess around every time. But it is what it is. There we go. Oh, that's lovely. I'll pop that up on the Discord. Yay. Well, it's I definitely it's disappointing, but the second time this week I just don't have the strength to go on for another 41 minutes till the magic piano music starts. But it is Thursday, and which means that Stubborn Old Gal is streaming, and she's such a delightful person. I love rating her, so I think that's what we'll do. Oh, soundtrack. I was gonna before the little fun fly along, I was gonna say be sure to remind me to turn on the flight recorder so we can memorialize and capture for all time the landing. Now I'm so glad I forgot to remind me of that. Yeah, we'll have to do some more Thursday afternoon flying around places that we all like that are uh, that are lovely. Because yes, that was some very nice scenery. So let me just take a one or 2 minutes here just to thank folks for their generosity and support today, and then we will go and raid Stubborn Old Gal. I'm assuming that she's still on. She must be. I would be very surprised to learn that she's not. So this was an awesome stream just in terms of support. Lots of people resubscribing. We started out with Sky Command. Wow, 100 bits from Sky Command. Thank you so very much. That's not what's happening. I'm confused. I couldn't believe Sky Command was still here after 3 hours. That's Spundot. Thank you so much, Spundot, for the 100 bits. And Kilo Zebra's here. Hey, buddy. Welcome on in. Good to see you. I don't see you nearly enough. Happy to have you here. We're kind of wrapping up. I was just going to say some quick thank yous. We did start out the stream with some bits from Sky Command, and actually Arch NDA kicked us off with by resubscribing for 3 months, and then Sim Caesar gave us a raid, brought 56 of his viewers over. That was very nice of him. Stick figure, hi bye. Saber. glad to see you, though all too briefly. Hey, Saber, I'm betting next Tuesday when we're gonna actually do the IFR number 3 flight. We will probably be on right up until 7 p.m. Eastern, which is to say almost another hour from now. So hopefully that will be an hour you'll be able to come and share with us. I hope so. But again, so thanks to Sim Caesar for the raid and for gifting a tier 1 sub to Sky Command, who then cheered 100 bits, and we had bits from Jumperman. Sky Command paid forward his gift sub by gifting a sub to Airbus. Then Cold Nebo resubscribed. Iowa Scotsman resubscribed. Then we had a bunch of bits cheers. Kill Dead Red, Cold Nebo, Kill Dead Red again. Wilsonats, Soundtrack, the real Tyragoth with 100 bits, and then Pezzy 15, Wilsonats, again the mysterious 41 bits, then and then another spate of subscriptions and resubscriptions at the end. Siren 25, Jumperman 80 seconds, better half, smaller number, better half, subscribed. For 3. Oh my gosh, I thought that was new. Siren subscribed for subscribed for 3 months. Oh my gosh. This is why I'm having trouble figuring this out, is because I haven't seen one of these before. I was sure Siren 25 had not been subscribed before, and that this was a first time subscription. Which, by the way, did I make an emotes command? I don't know. I think I didn't. I did not. But it does give you 17 fabulous emotes that you can use anywhere on Twitch. So I thought Siren had subscribed for the first time, but then it says 3 months here, and I realized it is. Siren 25 subscribed as a first time new subscriber, but subscribed for 3 months. In other words, displaying confidence that I will still be here doing this 3 months from now. And so I had no question about that, but now it's locked in. There's now no way that I can stop streaming anytime in the next 3 months. Siren, thank you so much. That's absolutely wonderful. Thank you. And then Pale Ale resubscribed. Kevo Zenji. Oh, Kevo Zenji didn't resubscribe. He gifted us a sub to Flying Basil. And then Fenrir came in and resubscribed. And now we've gotten Bits Tiered Kilo Zebra. Thank you so much for the last of the petty cash. And Texas One Flyboy coming in with gift subs to Stick Figure and Kilo Zebra. That's Texas Flyboy. Welcome. Haven't seen you in a long time. Good to see you now. And thank you so much for the gift subs. That's absolutely super. I cannot thank you enough. So golly gee, I think it's time for me to stop talking and for us to go and raid somebody. And let me just refresh a view over here, but I'm pretty sure Stubborn Old Gal is where we're going, unless something really amazing has happened on Twitch that I don't know about. No, it hasn't. Yep, let's give so Stubborn Old Gal. Probably a lot of you are familiar with. She's a variety streamer over in Sweden. She and her friend Sigrin Mia often stream together. Another one of them will be on the other's stream, so they kind of and they both do variety streaming, but they both stumbled across Sim Caesar and got interested in flight sim, and so they both now have Microsoft Flight Simulator and have I saw some of their preliminary flights, and for like people who had never done any kind of flight sim, let alone MSFS, and in their like first and second times in the simulator, they were doing pretty well. I was suitably impressed. And so they're occasionally flight simming now. This coming Sunday at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. This coming Sunday, the 5th. This coming Sunday is the 5th. There's a thing happening. So Sigrin Mia and Stubborn Old Gal challenged Sim Caesar and me to play Rubber Bandits on stream with them. So Saturday afternoon, it's not Sim Caesar and I. So how you resolve that is you remove Sim Caesar. So if Sim Caesar were not part of the equation, would you say Sigrin Mia and Stubborn Old Gal challenged I to a game, or would you say they challenged me to a game? So if the answer to that is they challenged me to a game, then it's also they challenged Sim Caesar and me to a game. It depends on whether I am the object or the subject, and in this case, as is usually the case, I am the subject. Well, yes, you would say they challenged you to a game. But you would not say they challenged ye to a game, unless, of course, you were speaking the oldie English. But be that as it may, what were we doing? Oh, we were, so, Sunday. Oof, sorry, I didn't mean to. Sorry if I bumped you. So every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. So most people here know the Sim Caesar Sunday fly-alongs. My time, that starts at 5. Whatever time it is that starts for you on Sunday, 4 hours before that, I don't know now if it's on Sigrin Mia's. It's either on Sigrin Mia's channel or Stubborn Old Gal's channel. You should be following both of them. 4 hours before the Sim Caesar fly-along this Sunday, on one of those two channels, the 4 of us are going to be on that channel, all of us together, playing this Rubber Bandits game. I have no idea what it is. I got it on Steam. I got it loaded. I've gone in. I've looked around. I can't figure out anything. But it's colorful. It's colorful and noisy, and there will be 4 of us doing it. So it should be a lot of fun. So I invite you, without knowing what the heck that... Oh, bump us again. Kilo? Is that you, Kilo? Whatever it's going to be, I think it's going to be noisy and loud and fun. um, and should be family friendly because, as far as I know, all four of us are. So you and the entire family are invited to join us Sunday, 4 hours before the fly along. And if you can't figure out when that is, like, DM me or whisper me, and I'll help you figure it out. Is Rubber Bandits a family friendly game? Oh yeah, no. It's to me it looked like it. So I didn't see any of the content of the game. I think it's about creating chaos. I mean, the characters, I didn't see anything non-family friendly looking in any of the character options or any of the scenery. It looked perfectly family friendly to me. Yeah, it's the only things I can do with my character are move forward, back, right, and left, and I can pick things up and I can throw things. So I mean, I think it does start at least in the game preview. It did start out with me in jail, and I had to break out of jail, and then so I think all four of us will have to break out of jail, and then I think it's basically just like running around creating chaos. From what the two women have said, it's not competitive. It's not like one team will win and the other lose, or any one of us will win and the other lose. I think it's that we have to like get together and do projects or something. So Kilo Zebra, I miss you a lot. We have to find some excuse to spend more time together. Okay. Oh, not that kind of rubbers at all. No. They're just little no. Can I have, I think, where is, that's right there. I don't know if I think looks like almost a mashup between Untitled Goose and Human Fall Flat. Okay. I don't so my complete experience with video games is Pac-Man and then Microsoft Flight Simulator. So here we go. Let's see if I go there and here. Is it, if it'll let me, I don't know what it, maybe somebody in the chat knows how to help with this sort of thing, but this is my Steam and this is the game, and oh look, Sim Caesar went in and played for 20 minutes. So I guess he there was a major update. There must be something that lets me, oh, I guess maybe I have to update before I can play. I don't know. If that's going to take a while, we won't bother. Yeah, no, seriously, Kilo Zebra. Like when I was a teenager, still in junior high, my best buddy and I would walk home. His place was near the junior high, but in between the junior high and his house, there was like a convenience store, bodega, that kind of place, that had like 2 pinball machines. And so we would always stop after school and get a soda and a snack and play some pinball before going over to his place. And then my mom would pick me up from his place anyway. One day we walked into the store and one of the pinball machines was gone and had been replaced with a Pac-Man machine. And that was the first time I ever saw any kind of, oh, yeah, no, I'm not changing the stream title. But yeah, and then I didn't really ever see another electronic video game of any sort until Flight Simulator. Okay, so anyway, so we really are going to go raid Stubborn Old Gal now, but I get this is so. All right, that's picking things up and that's throwing things. And then, I think it's this, SWAD thing to move around. But, so, I mean, there's, I didn't see anything in here that looked non-family friendly to me, but, okay. So, all else being equal, I think I have to come over to this computer. Planning on rating, you might want to do it soon, otherwise she might be, oh my gosh. Well, we don't want that. So Slash raid. I thought she had like another hour or more. Stubborn old gal. Thanks for the warning, Tyra. Slash raid, stubborn old gal. That should work. Raid's been created. There's her picture. That means it's working. I'm going to put on the music. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the stream however you did, even if it's just eyeballs watching or lurking. That's really great as well. Here comes the music, and then we'll go over to Stubborn Old Gal. Thanks. Bye.